Government Hindi Institute Unemployed Union and Government Hindi Institute Students Union expresses dismay over the Nagaland School Education Department revised norms for eligibility of Hindi teachers recruitment. According to new norms, only 12 pass with Hindi diploma considered eligible for recruitment, whereas earlier 10 pass with Hindi diploma was the minimum criteria. The Nagaland Olympic Association on Saturday conducts the Olympic Day Run at the Indira Gandhi Stadium in Kohima under the theme Together for a Peaceful World. NOA further informed that next edition of the Nagaland Olympic will be held in August 2022. To spread awareness on adverse effects of drugs and drug use, Dimapur Police observes Advanced International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking 2022. Events like food rally and two-wheeler rally organized under theme addressing drug challenges in health and humanitarian crisis. Dorian Society on Saturday organized its first Spelling Bee competition at Don Bosco Higher Secondary School in Dimapur. 50 students from a total of 25 schools along with respective coordinators took part in the competition. The political crisis in Maharashtra continues to remain unsolved as both Shiv Sena and rebel leader camp continues to be loggerheads for the fourth day straight as well. While rebel lawmakers brings no confidence motion against Deputy Speaker Nahari Jirwal, the Uddhav Thackeray faction submits to a plea to disqualify the rebel MLAs. Hello and welcome to Nltv's English Primetime News. I'm Johanna Muri and now let's have a look at the news in details. The Government Hindi Institute Unemployed Union held a general meeting at the Government Hindi Institute, Dimapur Oriental Colony. The meeting was attended by the batches of 2011 to 2022. The convener meeting Hindi Institute Unemployed Union batch 2011 to 22 and the convener Hindi Institute Students Union Njilo Samp expressed dismay at the government over norms included in the press statement issued by the advisor of school education Nagaland KT Shukalu. The norms declared that only 12 pass with Hindi diploma were considered eligible for the Hindi teacher recruitment. However, till 2017, only 10 plus with Hindi diploma was required. Hence, Sam maintained that recruitment process should not be the same for 10th pass and 12th pass. Sam reminded that the government that all Hindi Institute before the 2018 batches that got their diploma under the Government Indian Institute Nagaland only has 10 plus with diploma, as 10 plus with diploma was the eligible criteria. Hence, Sam stated that 10 plus with diploma cannot be termed as uneligible. Sam also stated that the batches before 2017 teaching Hindi in primary schools and institutions are overaged to go back to and avail their 10 plus and 2 degree. Sam further stated that the government should rectify and consider the norms, keeping in mind the batches that got their diploma before 2017. Sam also questioned the government as to why changes are being made at criteria recruitment process.
In 2022, Education Advisor KT Shakalu Tailaga statement, press statement hisapte National Council for Teacher Education Norms Class 12 pass with Hindi diploma holders khane eligible ase koise. So itu do that was after 2018 pra itu diploma purule do 10 plus 2 lagi tagise. Holy before that till 2017 do 10 pass ekla lagi tagise. Itu bra government bi do janu lai ki recruitment do 2014 last thagise tu itia kun 2010 bai tu diploma luise aru 12 kan itia 10 plus 2 lui ase itu kan de ki sauna parbo kile kuise bole do 10 pass pra diploma loa kan de eligible ase ina an criteria na punje itu to ko na parbo kile kuise bole do ami kan government mi to jane ase ki itu lagi de teacher kan diploma kiman puri naise Nagaland de itu government Indian Institute pra diploma kiman puri naise tahan sob 10 ase do class 10 ase do itia ami kan till 2017 by diploma course khotom huina thakan do itu kan do kisam institute te kisam primary school de jana takan teacher kure ase to overage bi ho jaise itia ina 10 plus 2 lubi kuise gule do itia ami kan kuti bra ina itu iman age huina iman diploma durina itia kina lobo itu pra itia government itu rectify guri dibi morom guri na aru itu reconsider guri dibi 2017 batch tak kiman jun 10 pass luina itu diploma de itu 3 years complete koriche itu kan dibi consider guri dibi kuina itu janai diase government de 19 February 2000
The Nagaland Olympic Association on Saturday conducted the Olympic Day run at the Indira Gandhi Stadium in Kohima under a theme Together for a Peaceful World. Notably, Minister of Rural Development Metsubo Jamir graced the event as the special guest. It is to be mentioned that the race categories during the event included those for officials and all invited dignitaries, both men and women. Veterans included men and women and an open category for women and men under 16, under 14 and under 12 categories. Meanwhile, NOA further informed that the next edition of the Nagaland Olympics will be held in August 2022 and that every district of the state, including the newly inaugurated districts, will participate in various sports disciplines under the banner of Nagaland Olympic Association. It further informed that for the first time it will be introducing selected Paralympic events, making in the Nagaland Olympic and Paralympic Games 2022.
I extend my greetings on behalf of the Olympic fraternity on the occasion of the International Olympic Day. The first Olympic Day was celebrated on 23 June 1948. On this occasion, the International Olympic Committee conveyed the message to the young people of the world to celebrate the ideals of the Olympic movement and promote the cause of sport. The theme for the Olympic Day 2020 is Together for a Peaceful World. It includes topics such as sustainability, inclusion, solidarity, and peace, aiming to bring people together to contribute to a better world through sport. This year, the pillar of Olympic Day focuses on a different theme that will serve as a common global theme. 2022's theme celebrates the power of sport to bring people together in peace, a call to action for people to move together, up to and bring Olympic Day to show their united support for a peaceful world. Taking this opportunity, the Nagaland Olympic Association is happy to announce that the next edition of the Nagaland Olympics will be held in August 2022. Every district of the state, including the newly inaugurated districts, will participate in various sports disciplines under the banner of Nagaland Olympic Association. For the first time,
In view of the forthcoming Nagaland election scheduled to be held in the year 2023, a face-to-face training session is scheduled to be conducted for all the deputy commissioners and district election officers. Notably, the training sessions will be held on June 29 and June 30 at the Conference Hall of Commissioner Office in Nagaland. It is to be mentioned that Chief Election Officer of Nagaland V. Shashank will inaugurate the training program, while 9 resource persons from India, International Institute of Democracy and Election Management will also impart training to the officials. It may also be mentioned that the training topics include law and order, media certification and monitoring committee, and paid news, district election management plan, and others. The Wokha District Village Council Chairman Association held its 10th General Conference at TE Hall, Wokha Town on Friday with MLA and Advisor Law and Justice and Chairman DP Wokha, Government of Nagaland, Dr. Chumman Muri as the special guest. While speaking at the conference, Dr. Chumman claimed that the village chairman were the leaders of the grassroots level while telling them to adapt with the fast-changing advanced society. He expressed that the world had become a global village through the advancement of technology and usage of smartphones. He also called them to tackle challenges and adopt resolutions accordingly in bringing solutions to modern problems. Dr. Chumban, while stating that they are leaders of the grassroots level, called to shoulder the responsibility and to play an active role to execute their duties for the benefit of the people and the society. He also urged them to refresh their mind, as according to Dr. Chumban Muri, mindset development is more important than of materialistic and infrastructural development.
Respected DC, SP Bukha, Chairman Dr. Hawo, Single Joshua, Officer President, Hello, Wokha District Village Council Union, Hello, Kanye Council Chairman Homzen, Oye Tuti Kamara, Dana Robanchusana, Shongfu Rote, Osi. The doctor and Sanam, we Shiva program Shivana, Kinyo Chiswana, and also we organizing committee, Wokha District Council Chairman June.
Dimapur Police on Saturday morning observed Advanced International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking 2022 under theme Addressing Drug Challenges in Health and Humanitarian Crisis. The program started at 6 a.m. and held two-wheelers rally from Commissionerate of Police Office to Mugerima Commissionerate of Police Office. Meanwhile, food rally was also organized from the Commissionerate of Police Office till City Tower. Furthermore, Commissionerate of Police Dimapur IPS Rotito Tetsu stated that the main objective of the program was to spread awareness on adverse effect of drugs and drug use.
Good morning. Aji lagado holedo the Commissionerate Dimapur Amakambi International Day Against Drug Abuse. Itu lagahi observe kurase. Actually, the date is tomorrow. Kali ase, holbi tomorrow being the Sunday. Aji amakhan la unit itu observe kurase. Aro maiki khando hole tu taikam bike pora pola ase. Taikam from here they go. They have gone to Chimu. They will come back here. Aro mota khando hole tu amakhan paidal pora pola kena awareness. Amakhan city tower jai kena ahise. And all the police stations, itu unit, all the police stations, itu alag itu items kurigena kurase. Kumba jagade painting competition, bacha khambara ese competition, kiki alag all the police station itu alag program de observe kurase. Aro aji kurado ledu RSQ party, ini aro women police station, ini gahi kurase.
So idu agents do ajila topic kali ni International Drug Abuse Day lagi bahasa to Nagaland police bekin ga kurne amela Nagaland state ke secure kurule aro manu khan gitu de indulge na hobole kin ga kuri application.
Yes, this narcotic cell we have in PSQ. PSQ de SP Rand Atabra narcotic cell thaki kene itu khambara hi kuri thaki aro case bi amakhan if we see the record achievement may not be 100% aro itu cannot satisfied 100%. But itu achievement bi Nagaland police bi itu biadu na hoy aro especially in Dimapur also.
Dorian Society on Saturday organized its first Spell Bee competition at Don Bosco Higher Secondary School in Dimapur. Notably, a total of 25 schools from across Dimapur participated in the competition, whereby 50 students were accompanied by their respective coordinators from the school. It is to be mentioned that the competition was held for the students from classes 7 to 9, while 2 students from each school represented the competition. It may also be mentioned that C. Takalong Lusang from Lee's Woodland School of Dimapur bagged the first prize, along with a certificate and a cash prize of Rs 5,000, while Mohammad Marzur Rahman from Christian Higher Secondary School in Dimapur bagged the second prize, and Mancham Chang from St. Mary's School, Dimapur, received the third place respectively.
In commemoration of our Silver Jubilee, which is going to be celebrated this year. So for that, we have organized this event, and we have been organizing events, and we have been organizing sports events also before, in commemoration with the Silver Jubilee. All total, it was 26 schools, but at the last moment, one school couldn't turn up, so it was like 25. So 25 means like the 50 students participated today. First runners-up school is from Christian Higher Secondary School. Second is from St. Mary's Higher Secondary School, and the winner is from Lee's Woodland School. They are all from Dimapur. All the students are from Dimapur. The participants from Dimapur. After seeing these students, like the participations were very high, and like the way the students, they were like.
A dead body of a male aged approximately 50 to 55 years was found lying at Tenipe 1C Kale Chumbukerima in Dimapur, following which an inquest was conducted over the body, and on completion of all the legal formalities, the body was shifted to District Hospital Dimapur morgue for PM examination and identification. It may be mentioned that the deceased was wearing white vest, grey long pant, and was approximately 4.9 feet in height. Furthermore, the office of the Commissioner of Police Dimapur, through a notification, mentioned that the claimant relative of the deceased are requested to contact officer in charge at 708-506-5161. The Lota Middle Range Students' Union on Friday organized the first late Dr. Anthony Patton Academic Excellence Award at Montfort School in Pakti under Woka District, with ESC of Sanis Aromoyantan as the special guest. Notably, 5 toppers of HSLC and HSSLC were conferred with the first late Dr. Anthony Patton Academic Excellence Award. It may be mentioned that the award recipients were all from Lota Middle Range. Furthermore, the special guest, while addressing the students, said that students are the future of tomorrow who can change the society, where he called the students to choose their career wisely and shall not leave objectivity. He urged the students to set their goals and dreams and to follow them with guided, clear vision, humility, determination, dedication, and devotion to excel and success. He maintained that in order to succeed in life, the students need to be disciplined, hardworking, and set priorities, while he informed them to overcome complacency and procrastination, as it is the worst enemy to success in life. It is to be mentioned that during the program, a cash award and citation were also handed over to all the toppers from the unit of LMRSU.
So you have to overcome that. In life, you will face many challenges, obstacles and setbacks. But do not be discouraged, do not give in. The road to success is not a straight line. There will definitely be many ups and downs. If it is how you overcome those obstacles and challenges that will determine your future. Use those setbacks as a stepping stone to get up and to be successful in life. As the phrase says, all work and no play make Jake a dull boy. So you should not concentrate only on your studies or be attached to your books all the time. You have to include sports and cultivate other hobbies in life too. Last but not the least, believe in God and His abilities. He has made us all.
A review meeting of State-level Coordination Committee on Disaster Statistics is set to be held on July 15 in the Home Commissioner's office. Nagaland Home Commissioner Abhijit Sinha informed that the meeting will review the progress of disaster data at both state and district level and for bringing out disaster statistics of the state, upon which all the committee members along with the nodal officers for disaster management have been directed to attend the meeting. The Nagaland Baptist Church Council is all set to organize youth prayer and fasting on July 2 and Youth Sunday on July 3. Notably, the NBCC Youth Department has called upon all churches under the council to observe NBCC Youth Prayer, Fasting and Youth Sunday under the theme Stand Firm in the Truth. Furthermore, it also appealed to all Naga congregations under NBCC in the outside of Nagaland to observe these 2 days and to seek blessing from God and celebrate His goodness. It is to be mentioned that NBCC Youth Day was first observed on July 4, 1982. Since then, it has been observed every first Sunday of July. The Government Hindi Institute Unemployed Union held a general meeting at the Government Hindi Institute at Dimapur Oriental Colony. The meeting was attended by the batches of 2011 to 2022. The convener of the batch 2011 to 22 and convener of GHISU, Njelo Semp, expressed dismay over the government norms included in the press statement issued by the Advisor of School Education Nagaland, KT Shukalu. The norms declared that the 12th pass with Hindi diploma were considered eligible for Hindi teaching recruitment. However, till 2017, only 10 plus with Hindi diploma was required. Hence, SEMP maintained that the recruitment process should not be the same for 10th pass and 12th pass. SEM reminded the government that all the students, Hindi students before 2018 batches that got the diploma under the Government of India Institute only had the 10 plus with diploma. 10 plus with diploma was the eligible criteria set. In the light of the situation, SAM claimed that 10th plus diploma cannot be termed as uneligible, while also stating that batches before the 2017 teaching Hindi in primary schools and institutions are also overaged to actually go back and avail their 10 plus 2 degree. SAM urged the government should rectify and reconsider the norms, keeping in mind the batches that got their diploma before 2017.
February 2022, Education Advisor KT Sakalu Tailaga statement, press statement hisapte National Council for Teacher Education Norms Class 12 pass with Hindi diploma holders khane eligible ase koise. To itu to that was after 2018 pra itu diploma purule do 10 plus 2 lagi tagise. Holy before that till 2017 do 10 pass ekla lagi tagise. Itu bra government me do janu lagi ki recruitment do 2014 last tagise. Tu itia kun 2010 bra itu diploma luise aru 12 kan itia 10 plus 2 lui ase itu kan de ki sauna parbo kile koise bole do 10 pass pra diploma loa kan de eligible ase ina an criteria na punje itu to ko na parbo kile koise bole do ami kan government mi to jane ase ki itu bra itu lagi de teacher kan diploma kiman puri na ise Nagaland de itu government Indian Institute pra diploma kiman puri na ise tahan do sob 10 ase do class 10 ase do itia ami kan till 2017 by diploma course khotom huina thakan do itu kan do kisam institute te kisam primary school de jaina takan teacher kure ase to overage bi ho jaise itia ina 10 plus 2 lubi kuise gule do itia ami kan kuti bra ina itu iman age huina iman diploma durina itia kina lobo itu bra itia government de itu rectify guri dibi morom guri na aru itu reconsider guri dibi 2017 batch tak kiman jun 10 pass luina itu diploma de itu 3 years complete koriche itu kan debi consider kori dibi kuina itu janai dia se government de 19 February 2022 education advisor KT Shakalu tailaga statement press statement hisapte National Council for Teacher Education Norms class 12 pass with Hindi diploma holders khane eligible ase kuche to
Celebrating Azadi Ki Amrit Mahotsav, Noklak Police along with 14 IR Jawans and Penshe sector youth conducted a social service on Saturday. Notably, they conducted repair and construction works of the roads and filling of potholes at needed places at Penshe sector in Noklak. It is to be mentioned that the entire road of Penshe sector was made with the help of stones and local materials to help safe movement of vehicles in public. The Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party of Kohima region on Friday held its inter-assembly constituency sports get-together meet at IG Stadium. Notably, a total of 8 teams from 6 assembly constituencies participated in the event, whereby 9th Kohima Town Assembly constituency emerged as the champion of the men's football with 3 goals against Chief Minister 11 team, and in the women's volleyball, 15th Southern Angami Assembly constituency was adjudged the winner. Meanwhile, during the closing of the event, Advisor Excise, Agriculture and Minority Affairs Zali Rio said that politically, NDPP has an advantage now with 21 Naga People Front MLAs joining their party. He further said that with the merger of 21 NPF MLAs, the party workers are growing strong. He further urged the party members to welcome the NPF party workers who now joined NDPP and to work in a community spirit. Earlier, Advisor Urban Development Dr. Niki Salin Niki Kire, while exhorting the party workers, announced his candidature for the upcoming seat assembly elections next year, while he also impressed upon the party workers to move and work for the party as elections are incoming.
Please speak for your own respective MLAs. There is no funny Kohima now, because Kohima constituency as a community, we have from western, we have from southern, northern, Kohima town. My request to all of you, Kali Para, let us also start moving and what I can do and what you can do.
So, as you I have not participated in this. I belong to earlier as well, Dimapur district, but after
Seized contraband worth approximately rupees 2.80 crore was destroyed at Pek Town Council dumping site on Friday. Notably, the seized drugs, narcotics and psychotropic controlled substance seized under NDPS Act, which were produced before the court Pek, were destroyed in the presence of Judicial Magistrate First Class Pek. Representatives from District Administration, Police, APP, Court Pek, DP and PI staff. District Health Society of Longlang conducted various health camps in the district starting from 20 to 24 June. Notably, a free cataract surgery eye surgery camp was held at a district hospital in Longlang from 20 to 24 June, during which 39 patients availed free cataract eye surgery, while a few others received minor eye surgery. It may be mentioned that a camp was sponsored by the National Program for Control of Blindness and Visual Impairment, Nagaland. Meanwhile, another camp on dental health was also organized at the Primary Healthcare Center Bura Namsang in Longlang District on June 23 by the National Oral Health Program of Nagaland. Karbi Anglong police on Friday nabbed a father and son duo along the Nagaland-Assam border with heroin worth up to 7 crore. Karbi Anglong police later added that the police team intercepted the two who were entering Assam from Dimapur on foot through the Lahurijan tea estate route, which is usually used by smugglers to avoid police checking in Assam. Notably, the police team recovered 79 soap cases containing approximately 1 kilogram heroin concealed under vegetables from their possession. The flood situation in Assam continued to remain critical on Friday as 33.3 lakh people reeled under the deluge. Around 10 lives were lost in the last 24 hours, which took the total number of casualties to 117. Notably, 17 deaths, 100 people were found in the flood and 17 died in the landslide. It may be mentioned that a total of 33,03,316 people of 3,510 villages in 28 districts have been affected by floods in the last 24 hours, wherein 91,658.49 hectares of crops have been also affected. Meanwhile, 2 drones have been deployed in Silchar for carrying out flood inundation mapping and to provide relief materials. The devastating flood damages many houses, roads, bridges and embankments in the Kampur revenue circles areas. Furthermore, National Disaster Response Force personnel along with State Disaster Response Force, Fire and Emergency Personnel, police and volunteers are helping district administration in the rescue operation and relief distributions. Reliance Industries chairman Mukesh Ambani and son Anant Ambani has donated Rs 25 crore to the Assam Chief Minister's Relief Fund for flood relief work in the state. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sharma tweeted on Friday expressing his deepest gratitude to Mukesh Ambani and Anant Ambani for standing with the people of Assam and appreciated the kind gesture. The CM further stated that this will go a long way in augmenting the flood relief measures in Assam. The Northeast Frontier Railway has decided to operate one bi-weekly special train 05888/05887 between Guwahati and Jorhat town for the benefit of the intercity passenger for 1 month. Additionally, it has been decided to extend the service of 05801/05802 New Bongaigaon Guwahati passenger special up to Jagirot on experimental basis for 1 month. Meanwhile, this extension will benefit the short-distance passengers in need of travel in this route. Furthermore, New Bongaigaon-Jagirot special train will depart from New Bongaigaon, and during the return journey, train Jagirot to New Bongaigaon special train will depart from Jagirot. Furthermore, this extension will be effective from July 4 till August 2 on a daily basis. As the political crisis in Maharashtra continues, there are now questions about the tri-party Mahavikas and Aghadi's majority in the State Assembly. Rebel Sena leader Eknath Shinde continues to camp in Guwahati alongside 38 party MLAs and 9 independent MLAs, and opposition leaders have been called for Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray's resignation and the imposition of President's rule in the coastal state. Both camps conducted meetings today to determine their course of action. A resolution was passed in Shiv Sena's National Executive Meeting chaired by Uddhav Thackeray against Eknath Shinde, and rebel MLA Shiv Sena will approach the Election Commission to ensure Balasaheb Thackeray's name is not used by the rebel camp. The move comes after the rebel camp led by Shinde sought to name the group after Shiv Sena founder Balasaheb Thackeray. Meanwhile, on Saturday afternoon, the Deputy Speaker of Maharashtra Assembly issued a disqualification notice to 16 rebel Shiv Sena MLAs to Eknath Shinde camp. The MLAs are supposed to file their written replies by Monday, June 27. The Maharashtra Deputy Speaker office has issued a notice to Eknath Shinde asking him to present his case by 5:30 p.m. on Monday. The notice also said that if Shinde does not respond to it, it will be assumed that he has nothing to say and a consequent decision will be taken as per the procedure. On the other hand, the physical proposal of no confidence motion against the Maharashtra Deputy Speaker has been moved hours after his office rejected a plea citing that it was sent via random email. The recruitment in the Indian Air Force under Agnipath scheme kicked off on Friday, with around 3,800 candidates registering for it online. Notably, IAF training for 3,000 Agnivars is slated to begin from December 30 after the exams and medical tests in the 2 phases. Furthermore, the government has ruled out any rollback of the scheme, which triggered widespread protests against the short-term recruitment of all new soldier, airmen and sailors with no pension and ex-servicemen benefits into the armed forces. Under a scheme, 46,000 Agnivars, 40,000 for Army and 3,000 each for IAF and Navy will be recruited this year, with only 25% of them being eventually selected after 4 years for induction into the regular military cadre to serve for another 15 years. Meanwhile, the online registration for the Army and Navy candidates will begin in July. Samyukta Kisan Morcha on Friday observed nationwide protests against Centre's Agnipath scheme. Notably, protests were held in Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal and Uttarakhand and Tamil Nadu. Farm organization, trade unions, civil society organization and students came together in protest against the scheme, terming it anti-military and anti-farmer. It may be noted that the farm union placed their demands before the President of India and called for cancellation of the scheme immediately and completely. Furthermore, SKM termed the scheme as part of the wider campaign of government to establish company rule over agriculture. India is all set to introduce its first homegrown vehicle safety rating system based on crash test from 2023. Notably, the Union Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari on Twitter shared about his new development on Twitter. Gadkari mentioned that he has approved the draft JSR notification to introduce Bharat New Car Assessment Program, wherein automobiles in India will be accorded star ratings based upon their performance in the crash test. The minister further said that the Bharat NCAP will prove to be a critical instrument in the making of the automobile industry, ATMA Nirbhar, with the mission of making India the #1 automobile hub in the world. Two people were killed and around 14 were wounded on Saturday in a shooting at a nightclub at the nearby streets in Norway's capital, Oslo. The Norwegian police stated that a suspect believed to be the sole perpetrator has been apprehended. Furthermore, the crime scene extended from the London pub via a neighboring club and onwards to a nearby street where a suspect was apprehended a few minutes after the shooting began. Journalist Olaf, who was present at the scene when the incident happened, stated that a man arrived to the back, picked up a gun and started to shoot. The police stated that it was not immediately clear what the motive for the attack. Meanwhile, Oslo is due to hold its annual Pride Parade later on Saturday. That is all for English Primetime News. For more updates, keep watching Nagaland TV.